All right, so I'm doing this video on Tuesday night. So I'm sorry, Wednesday night, because I couldn't do it Tuesday night. The news, well, I guess the tweet dropped down from Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones. Uh, it was a retweet, a quoted retweet from it was Arrowhead Pride or something, Arrowhead Pride or Arrowhead Live had retweeted a tweet from Mike Garafolo of NFL Network talking about how he felt that Chris Jones deserved a contract extension. But obviously, with the cap situation with the Kansas City Chiefs and the impending big contract for Patrick Mahomes, it looks like Chris Jones will not get what he asked for. Yeah, he's asking for 20 million. That would be the second highest. I'm sorry, the what did DeForest Buckner? I think DeForest Buckner got 21 and a half per year or something like that. Aaron Donald's got 22 per year, and Chris Jones wants to be paid in that range. I mean, if you ask me, in my opinion, as a Chiefs fan, as a lifelong Chiefs fan, as a team who's watched this, as a guy who's watched this team closely for the last 20 years. Strictly as a fan. I mean, hey, maybe call me prisoner of the moment. You know, I think he deserves that. I think he deserves his money. I think he deserves. It's just 20 million a year. He's one of the top three defensive tackles in the game. I believe he's second behind Aaron Donald with the impact that he has on the game. Obviously, most of it is pass rushing. Uh, you know, obviously his Achilles heel is playing against the run. He's so focused on the pass rush, he kind of leaves his lane open. You know, that's how the Chiefs have struggled against the run. In 2018 they struggled last year, but then it kind of at the end of the year they kind of stifled the run with the addition of Mike Pennell and the improvement of Derek Nandi inside. Um, but I feel that he deserves his money, man. Like I said, I believe he's the second best defensive tackle in the game, and he deserves to get paid top dollar. I mean, the sad thing for me is it more than likely won't be with us. I mean, the thing is, I don't know. I mean, but obviously Chris Jones, he's let it be known he wants at least 20 million per year. Like I said, I think he deserves that. And like I said, Arrowhead Pride had retweeted uh, a tweet from Mike Garafolo saying that Chris Jones deserves a contract extension of like I said around the $20 million range for a defensive tackle. Like I said, that'd be like either the second or third. I believe it's the third because I think Buckner signed with the Colts for 21.5 million. I didn't do my research, sorry, but yeah, I think that like I said, it's top three. It's top three for top three talent. He's a top three talent. Like I said, he does really well against the run. Just give me against the pass. He does really well against the pass. He doesn't do good against the run. But I thought he made improvements at the end of the season last year. I thought he really made improvements, but I mean, obviously his strength is rushing the passer. And if he can't get to the passer, he bats down passes. Even in the Super Bowl, he had two big deflections on San Francisco's last two drives, knocking down passes from Garoppolo. But I it sucks. I mean, for me, it sucks because I love Chris Jones. I love what he brings to this defense. To think that he won't get his money here, and we'll have to see him in another uniform. That hurts. it really hurts. It really hurts because I feel, I mean, our Super Bowl chances are great when he's here, and I don't feel I don't feel that our Super Bowl chances are as great with Chris Jones not here. Obviously, things could change. Brett Veach has done a hell of a job in his 3 years as a general manager in the draft, including this year. Well, I mean, the picks are good. We'll see how they pan out, but I think they'll pan out great. But this really sucks. But he said, like I said, off the Arrowhead quoted retweet of Mike Garafolo, Chris Jones basically he replied to the tweet, "Or I won't play." So he's saying that he's willing to sit out the season, basically, if he doesn't get his $20 million extension. Now the Chiefs and the Jones have until July 15th. That's 2 weeks from now, to come up with a long-term contract. Obviously, I don't think it's going to happen. He still hasn't signed his franchise tag tender of 16 million. He will make 16 million this year. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he will sign it, or at least not in the short term future. I'd be surprised if he signed this franchise tender before training camp. Definitely not coming up with a long term deal because they're in contract negotiations with Patrick Mahomes right now to make him the highest paid player in the league. Obviously, with what he's done for a franchise. But Chris Jones is a big part of that too, man. Chris Jones is a big part of that too. Like I said, I'd hate to lose him. I really hate to lose him because I feel he'd be like Neil Smith. Remember Neil Smith won 2 Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos, a division rival. And that really hurt a lot of Chiefs fans. Definitely hurt Derek Thomas. Rest in peace to him. To watch his best friend, go win 2 titles with the biggest rival. It hurt a lot of Chiefs fans to see that, and I would hate to see Chris Jones go succeed elsewhere. I can understand what other Chiefs fans are. Oh, hey, we got a Super Bowl. We got Patrick Mahomes. I don't mean a lot. I don't mean too much. At the end of the day, we still got to win again. We barely won that. We barely won that one. Mahomes played terrible the the second and third quarter. I was just not to say. I wasn't gonna say the entire game, but the second and third quarter especially, Mahomes was bad, and it was the defense that held us in the game. Yeah, you got Matthew, you got Frank Clark, but Chris Jones was a huge part of that too. Chris Jones is the third guy in that. You know what I'm saying? So, it sucks to lose him. It would suck to lose him. I don't want to lose him, but it looks like that's where we headed to. But make one thing about it. One thing. Make no bones about it. He deserves his money. I don't care what anybody says. He deserves his money, and he's gonna get his money. It sucks that it probably won't be with us, but I feel he should get that. He should get his money, and he deserves that. Top 3 defensive tackle in the game. You deserve top money. So, he said he's going to sit out the season. Obviously, this all came to fruition 2 summers ago, because if you remember, was it the summer going into the 2018 season? You remember Chris Jones put out a video in that offseason before the 2018 season where he was working out in Miami, and also he was hanging out with Le'Veon Bell, the Jets halfback, who sat out the 2018 season because he didn't want to play the under the franchise tag for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He would sit out 2018 season, come back, sign with the Jets. Obviously, he signed for less money than what he thought he would, and he didn't have a great season with the Jets. Not up to his standards. So a lot of people saying that Chris Jones would hurt himself if he would sit out. Now I don't believe he would sit out, but I do believe he'll probably go into the season with it. I remember Aaron Donald when he wanted his money. He actually missed the opening game of the season. He didn't come to training camp. You know, didn't show up until after the first game of the season had already been played. I kind of see that in Chris Jones. I just don't think he'll sit out the season. I just don't think that because of the fact that we're Super Bowl champions and we're trying to defend a Super Bowl, and I know that he knows that you have a chance to win another Super Bowl here. I mean, even if you don't get your money, you still have a chance to win another Super Bowl. And if you are as impactful as Chris Jones has been the last two seasons, that's going to help out even more with contract negotiations, even with another team. You help your team win back-to-back Super Bowls. You have a good year statistically, and you'll probably get 23, 24 million. You never know. So it depends on what type of year he has. But, like I said, it's tough, man. It's tough. I hate to see great players leave the Chiefs, but but obviously, that's I think this is just a sign of things to come. Unfortunately, because of Patrick Mahomes and the deal that he's going to get, and the guys that we're going to have to probably have to let go. I mean, in the coming future, you got a lot of guys coming up for contract in the next couple of years. Kelsey, Hill, Fisher, and Schwartz. On the offensive side of football, they want their main focus on the offensive side of football. We're going to lose a lot of heavy hitters. We're going to lose a lot of heavy hitters on that on the defensive side of football. You got Tyrann Mathieu for a while. You got Frank Jones for a while. That's the thing. Last offseason, Frank Clark got Chris Jones' money. $20 million a year deal to bring him over from Seattle. Frank Clark got Chris Jones' money. Well, now, he wasn't worth the money at the beginning of the year, but he definitely proved to be worth the money after, the stomach issue, whatever. He's not willing to say nothing about that, but because he doesn't make excuses. But after he got that issue resolved, he definitely stepped up. But Chris Jones was a huge part, in that first half of the season. Obviously, he missed a few games. He missed the playoff game missed the playoff victory against the Texans. But like I said, his impact has been very valuable. He's got 26 and a half sacks over the last couple of years. Like I said, that offseason he was working out with Le'Veon Bell. Coming into that 2018 season, he had 15 and a half sacks. 15 and a half sacks. A lot of defensive tackles ain't putting up them. Heck, I don't even think Aaron Donald's put up them numbers the last couple of years. So, and then he had 9 last year in 13 games. So, and he had a good playoff run. So in the 2 games that he played. So like I said, really instrumental in the Chiefs winning a Super Bowl. So I don't know. It really sucks, but it looks like we're coming. It feels like the end is near between Chris Jones and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it hurts to say that, man. It really hurts. From a diehard fan, it kind of really takes really kills my high, kills my Super Bowl championship high, man. Because obviously, us Chiefs fans, we've been on cloud 9. since after the Super Bowl. Like I said, 50 years in the making. And I want Chris Jones to be a part of the Chiefs, going forward because I feel that he makes us a better team. But obviously, the salary cap and the and the price tag he's asking for makes it really hard. And what they're going to give Mahomes is makes it really hard. So I mean, I hate it. I really hate it, but it is what it is. I mean, we'll see what happens, but like I said, I mean, I love my Chiefs, but I'm behind Chris Jones as well. I feel that he's deserved it. But let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe for more. I'll see y'all next video.